Hello everyone, thanks for coming, and today I would like to give a review of the second part of the chapter Pension Mathematics. So first, I would like to talk about valuation of pension benefits. For a defined benefit plan, the basic annual pension benefit is usually N times S final times alpha. N is the service years in this company, as final is the final year salary, and alpha is the accrual rate. Typically, it's 0.01 to 0.02. So for an employee who works in a company for 40 years, the replacement ratio is usually 40% to 80%, which means that the pension is usually 40% to 80% of the final year salary of this employee. So suppose for an employee joins a company at X years old and retires at 60 years old, the projected pension benefit will be 60 minus X times hat as final times alpha. Hat as final is usually the current estimate of as final. For instance, we can estimate it by the current salary times the annual growth rate to the power 60 minus X. We also have some non-standard cases. For instance, if an employee withdraws his or her labor early from a company, then the final year salary as final as is said to be at the year of withdrawing labor, but the benefit will be deferred until the normal retirement age. Because of inflation, the final year salary with no labor withdrawn is usually not enough, and therefore as final is usually adjusted with inflation. So this is called the cost of living adjustment. We also have another plan called the career average earnings plan. So in this case, the pension benefit will be alpha, the accrual rate, times TPEXR. TPEXR is the total salaries in service. If we assume that an employee joins the company at X years old and retires at R. So actually it is different because it is different from the normal plan, because here we replace N times as final with TPEXR, the total salary, the total salary during service. So the defined benefit plan describes how the pension depends on the year of service in a company and the final year salary. Also, we could have some different plans. For instance, the company could set aside a reserve for the employee for his or her retirement benefit and make contribution to this reserve every year. So similar to the policy value notation, we denote TV to be the reserve at time t, which is called the actuarial liability. This is used to meet accrued liabilities for the pension benefit. The normal contribution made by the employer during year t to t plus 1 is denoted by C of t. So for evaluation of either the future next year actuarial liability t plus 1v or the expected value of benefits for mid-year exists, we have the formula TV plus CT equals to E expected value of benefits for mid-year exists during year T plus T2 T plus 1 plus the discount factor V times the probability of still in service in the next year 1 px00 times the actuarial liability at time T plus 1. So if we have the expected present value of benefits for mid-year exist, then we can evaluate the reserve, the actuarial liability at time T plus 1. Thanks for listening.